and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about or ranking the American Girl Girl of the Year line and all the dolls in it, ranking them from best to worst. Now, before we get started, I've been trying to film this video for about 2 hours now.
The first thing that went wrong is that my mic is not working, and I was like, oh, that's okay, I'll just record with my mic on my camera. I pull out my camera, I get it set up, and then it tells me there's something wrong with my card, and I'm like, okay, not a big deal. Pull the card in, pull the card out, still doesn't work. Then I pull it out one more time, and it breaks. So, we are not going off to a good start, but let's get on with this video.
This is the list from AG, or Biggest AG Fan here on YouTube. She does a lot of great videos, so make sure to subscribe to her. So let's get started and start with the first girl of the year ever, which is Lindsay. Now I'm gonna put her in something went wrong here. Okay, she was super duper boring. Like, you can't convince me that she wasn't boring. Like, her story was kind of fun and whatever, but I didn't really get the point. She has a really cute dog, but also I feel like they kind of just reused the dog for Mary Ellen. And you know how, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know how I feel about Mary Ellen. I love Mary Ellen. I just got her the other day. Go watch my unboxing video. But anyways, I just feel like she's just super boring. Yes, she has really interesting tights, but definitely, yeah, no, this is boring. She's really boring. Next is Girl of the Year 2003, Kaylee. Okay, so Kaylee, I don't know. I feel like she didn't have a lot in her collection. She had a dog apparently that barked, like an actual like toy dog, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, and then also with this doll, so Nellie and Kaylee had some problems with the actual dolls, so they actually turned orange with time. This happens a lot with Nellie's and Kaylee's, and it's just a defect of the plastic. So I'm putting that in something went wrong here, because like dolls turning orange is not fun. Marisol? Yeah, I believe it's Marisol who's next, 2005. I mean, when it gets earlier, like the early 2000s, it's all over the place. They're not releasing a doll every single year. It's kind of weird, but Marisol is, I think I'm gonna put her in overall good doll because she is such a cutie. I love her collection, even though she's not a doll that I don't think I'm gonna get in the future because I don't really collect Girl of the Years. I definitely think she is a cute doll that is, you know, worth your money. Next is 2006. Okay, Jess. I know a lot of people like Jess, but I feel like there just could have been more to her collection. There wasn't really that much, so I'm just gonna put her in meh. Could have been better, but her story was really good. Her story was really good. Who's next? Oh, Nikki, 2007. Now, I really like Nikki. I know a lot of people say that they don't like her and her story is not memorable, but I feel like it's, to my opinion, one of the most memorable stories of American Girl because she teaches the lesson of how to say no, you know, how to stick up for yourself. And I felt like that as a kid, that was a very important lesson to learn, to stick up for yourself and to say no and not say, oh yeah, I can do that for you, when you really can't, and it would cause a lot of strain on your mental health. So I'm gonna put Nikki in overall good doll because I really liked her message, and I think she actually is cute. Mia. Ooh, okay. I really like Mia, even though I'm gonna put her outstanding in every way because I think you know, her story is really good, her collection is really good, her hobby is really interesting, ice skating. So even though I'm probably not going to get her in the future, maybe I will because I love red-haired dolls so much and I think she's a cutie, but she does kind of look similar to Emily, who I already have. But anyways, I feel like she's just really well developed, so I'm putting her in outstanding in every way. Yeah, okay, yeah, but it could have been better because I loved her story about bullying, because I feel like oftentimes when we're talking to kids about bullying, we tend to like sugarcoat it or not really show the extent of how mean kids actually can be. Basically what I'm trying to say is that they showed bullying and how bad it is and how horrific of an experience it is to go through and to be bullied without sugarcoating it. And you know, it was actually really believable, the story. So I give that to meh. Could have been better because her collection was kind of weird. The doll is kind of meh, but I definitely feel like her story is amazing. Next is the Sonali on here. So if I remember correctly, Sonali is a mean girl and then she becomes nice, but she's really pretty. Because I feel like it's kind of a weird message to give kids that, like, you know, someone being mean to you, you should be their friend later. Listen to someone when they show you their true colors the first time. So if someone is consistently mean to you for, you know, when you first meet them and they're like mean to you that whole day and then they just continue being mean to you, you know, listen to that, because the chances of them being mean in the future are, you know, pretty high, because, you know, first impressions are really important. And of course there can be bad days and the person of course can apologize, but let's say they're consistently being mean and then suddenly they're being nice to you, there's a good chance of them being mean to you in the future. Okay, so the reason I'm putting her in Matt could have been better because she does look a lot like certain Just Like You. I forgot the number. But I really think her story is so good, and she's like, you know, dealing with homelessness. And I really wanted her as a kid, or not really wanted her. She was kind of like, you know, you have like those middle range dolls. We're gonna put Lainey in overall good doll. She's not going, even though she is one of my favorite girls of the years, I feel like she has a really good story about saving the environment and the earth. And she was actually the girl of the year that was out when I first started getting into American Girl, so I have a lot of fun memories of her. I really wanted her, and I was really sad that I wasn't able to get her before, you know, she retired. But then they released Caroline a few years later, and I definitely liked Caroline more. And I had a best friend at the time when the Kanani came out and loved Kanani, and she was obsessed with Kanani, so I always think of her. So I never thought about getting her, because I always thought, oh, there's this person there, you know, there's this girl who was in my childhood who was obsessed with Kanani, and I'm not that obsessed with her, so why would I get her? It's kind of weird thinking, but you know, it's just, you know, it's just the way it is. 2012 Mckenna. Ooh, okay. I'm putting her in outstanding in every way because this is my video and it's about my opinions. Now, I loved Mckenna when she came out. I was obsessed with her collection, with everything. I feel like when I open a catalog and she's in it, I get the most nostalgic for it. Even though I don't own Mckenna, I don't have anything from Mckenna's collection, but she's definitely a doll that I would like in the future, even though I don't really collect Girl of the Years. Next is Sage Copeland, the Girl of the Year that I own. Now I'm going to put her in outstanding in every way because, just on looks alone, because I have her, you know, I'm going to move her to overall good doll because, okay, if it was just based on looks, I would put her in outstanding in every way because she has beautiful, beautiful eyes and beautiful curls and freckles and earrings, and she's just very, very, very beautiful. I usually dress her in historical clothes though, and she's like one of my historical girls. But I don't like, her painting is pretty cool, horseback riding is pretty cool, her story's kind of meh. Next is Isabelle. Now, I really like Isabelle. Don't hate me. I feel like a lot of people thought it was just another blonde doll, but I actually read part of her story and I really like it. And I think that's just because in high school I was really into the arts and theater and performing, and I'm even trying to become a drama teacher now. So anyways, even though it's dance, and I mean there should be a drama kid Girl of the Year, that would be so fun. And they get okay. And then Grace, if you've seen my previous videos such as my 2021 wish list, you would know that Grace is one of my favoriteest dolls ever. I love her so much. I love the Paris aesthetic. I love the baking. I love how she has brown hair and blue eyes. I just think she's the cutest little thing ever. My favorite. I think she's my favorite Girl of the Year. She's just so cute. So she's going in outstanding in every way. Leah is next, okay? I don't know that much about Girl of the Years, okay? I think Leah is next. I'm gonna put, yeah, no, I did that by accident. Put her in, it could have been better, but I think so. I feel like the story is just kind of meh. It feels like they kind of were just trying to do the same thing with Kanani, because Kanani was so popular with the island theme. And you know what? I feel like two things. I feel like Nanea and Leah are both trying to be the next Kanani, because Kanani was so successful that they of course just wanted to, you know, their business, so of course they want to make more money, so they just kind of replicate Kanani. But once you do that, it's never going to be good as the original. Next I believe 2017 is Gabriella. Okay, question mark. As you can tell, I really, really don't know. So Gabriella, where should I put it? Oh, no. Yeah, actually, no, needs improvement. Okay, yes, it's fantastic that we had our first Black Girl of the Year. Fantastic. We love, but we really do not need a third dancer. And of course, people pointed out that her collection was recycled from previous collections, such as like Mckenna's loft bed, and it was just unoriginal. I'm gonna put her an overall good doll because I still, have a few comments about it. Like, I am very happy that they had a doll that was in STEM and, which, science, technology, engineering, math, like that kind of thing, space, very cool. However, there is this big controversy where like there was this astronaut or someone that works for NASA and she has like purple hair. Her name is very close to Luciana and she wears silver boots, like Doc Martens. And, American Girl talked to this woman, they interviewed this woman a lot, and so a lot of, she actually sued American Girl, and it's in the courts right now, trying to determine if Luciana, the doll, is like a copy of this real life person who works for NASA. Now, I could do a whole video on it and it would be crazy, and I know so many people have crazy opinions, but that's just basically the short little notes if you don't know what's going on. So that kind of frustrates me that we have a doll of color again who's just being rushed and it's unoriginal. That makes me very, very upset. So next is Blair. Okay, so I'm gonna put her an overall good doll, even though I would love, love, love to have her because the lightest skin tone is so cute. I have a thing for red hair dolls. I love them so, so much. I have so many. I want so many more. I just love red hair. And I remember watching a video on YouTube and then someone made a joke that red haired dolls isn't a personality trait, and I felt so attacked by that. Now, I know a few people were upset by, in the story, the most traumatic, quote unquote, thing that happened to her is that she's planning a wedding. So you need to have something interesting happen, and I just feel like wedding planning, even though it might be relatable to some kids, it might be fun, it's not really that much of a conflict, and it's just kind of meh. So maybe I'll put her in meh, could have been better, because I literally said meh. I guess I'm gonna put her an overall good doll just because it's interesting that she has two passions, surfing and cheerleading. She also has a hearing impairment, which I think is very, good for American Girl to do. Okay, and they don't have Kira on here. I would probably put Kira who's Girl of the Year 2021 in outstanding in every way. Now, I know I've been getting a lot of hate for that because a lot of people wanted a doll of color this year, but I'm thinking about making a whole video like titled In Defense of Kira, and that is that when you think about it, American Girl takes years, or they say they take years to develop the Girl of the Years. And, last year, before the pandemic, Australia had major wildfire problems. And people were very upset about it, and it was very traumatic for the people living there. And I feel like it is appropriate for American Girl to release a doll in reaction to, the wildfires in Australia. So I feel like Kira Bailey, she's a very cute doll, and I love her outfit, and I think she looks like a cute little archaeologist, so I'm thinking about getting her maybe this summer. I don't know. But anyways, I feel like it was... I'm gonna probably do a whole video on this, but that's my opinions on Kira Bailey, very short and not very much detail. So that is it for my video today. Hopefully I didn't, hurt anyone's feelings or majorly disagree with anyone. Well, you probably will. So if the comments are open, make sure to leave a comment down below because I would love to hear what you would have to say or how you would rank the dolls. And that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like I talked for a long time, but I will see you guys next time, and bye!